narrowed it down to 12. I think I've got it. Stand by.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to work a business. So I ended up losing everything I owned. I lost both my cars got repossessed. My furniture got repossessed. My home had a notice on the door from the sheriff saying you got to be out in 5 days. And it was going to be easy to move because I had nothing to move. But I had no car, I had no vehicle, I had no telephone, I had nothing. And I, at the end of the year, I'd lost everything I owned.
If you're willing to do everything in the system, you will make money.
You can go from nothing to something in less than 0.2 seconds like a Ferrari if you focus on starting just where you are and using the resources that you have.
Cracking the rich code is part of a whole bunch of highly successful people sharing with you their blueprints. Here's what we know. No matter what the destination is, there's multiple paths.
True.
Cracking the rich code will give you multiple paths to choose from.
Wanted something out of life, you had to put something into life.
Okay.
You couldn't just sit around and wait for it to show up. It doesn't. The government isn't going to come rescue you. The cavalry is not coming. Nobody's going to carry you across the finish line.
So often entrepreneurs and business people and just people in general will cling tenaciously to a certain decision that we made, a certain business plan, you know, but we said we were going to do this, so we're going to do it even though we're suffering and even though it's not working and it's bleeding us dry. Okay, no. I have funded myself personally over 200 businesses.
The message is you can be kind, generous, loving, balanced, spiritual, and really, really rich.
Successful people think different. They just do. And they're not smarter, they're not better, they're different.
I didn't know where to go. I had a family, I had no food, I had no money. You know, I had a work ethic because I'd been taught that from a young age, so I knew how to work and work hard. But, you know, to do well, you've got to not only work hard, but you've got to work smart.
About who you want to be seen as. You are in control of your brand and your reputation and your positioning in the marketplace.
Unless you learn to let go of the things that's holding you back, you have no capacity to move forward.
If you're not doing as well as you'd like to be doing, all that means is there's something you don't know.
For me, I just looked at how can I make some money, how can I do something to help them out. As I started this business, I started making money, I started taking care of my family. So at 21, I was paying, you know, a house note and college educations and putting my brother and sister through school. And, you know, along the way, I built up this business. I was really successful. I started making a lot of money and I started teaching other people.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing what's happening now because of social media.
Act now, do something. Surround yourself with the people that are going to help you take the idea from the napkin stage all the way to the market, and you can make millions if you do that.
And I was always using those excuses. It wasn't meant to be, I can't do it. What do you expect from a loser? What do you expect from a high school dropout? What do you expect from blank, blank, blank? And I had 1,000 of them, and I'm exaggerating slightly. I had an excuse for every day of the week. I had an excuse for everything that went wrong in my life.
So people come to me for social media training to learn how to use Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn and blogging, all these sites to affect their business.
And today, Justin's in his mid-20s. He's made well over $1 million with affiliate marketing. He paid cash for his first house.
I think there are 3 big success saboteurs.
Okay.
And I see them everywhere all the time, and they've certainly affected me in my life, and I'm sure they've affected you. And they are multitasking is a huge saboteur. I'll explain that, but it pretty much self-described. It's trying to do too many things at once.
Every person that becomes successful financially has used these secrets in some way.
I started selling baseball cards, and making money so that I could pay for our vacations.
It's like a point of pride. I'm a
Right.
great multitasker. Okay, well that's a big red flag for me because that just means you're not getting anything done.
If we're constantly bombarded by somebody who doesn't believe in us, or they put us down, or they have a negative attitude about life in general, it affects our thought process every day.
Well, it's working smarter. It's saying yes and figuring out how, which was one of my, key lines that I'm known for.
We really are looking to empower America.
And a day came when I said, I can't take this anymore. I mean, I'm gonna die. I'm working so hard and I'm not breaking through. What is the secret? How do I build a business that makes millions, that makes it worth all this effort? Every 60 seconds we've been together, an entrepreneur has had to go and talk to their loved ones and say, I couldn't do it. It's gone. We couldn't make it work. The 401k is gone, or our life savings is gone, or worst case, our home is gone. It's gone because they didn't know the formula.
That I don't entertain fear, I don't entertain doubt, I don't entertain failure whatsoever. I put those things behind me so they can propel me forward.
But after a while, he asked me to teach him how to do it. He had a month last year where he made $85,000 in 1 month.
Is you just say yes and you figure things out. So many people are waiting to figure things out that they delay and they delay into the delay.
Anybody out there that's listening today can do it, and they just have to follow the system.
After that, I did go to a motivational seminar, and the guy was great. He was so inspirational, and everyone was cheering and roaring, and I went, this stuff is very interesting, but none of what he said worked for me. Inspiration is absolutely necessary. It's an energetic force. It's necessary, but you need some skills behind it.
Thank you.
You need some information behind it that works in the real world.
Get up in the morning and get out of bed and be grateful that you're alive, and that you have every day is a new hope and a new opportunity.
Women, I still believe they don't think they're worth it. They don't feel like they're supposed to be in this conversation about money, and they don't ask for the money.
And again, I don't want people to believe me. I want people to apply it, and you'll develop your own belief from the application.
There's scientific evidence now that says that for every interrupt, you lose 20 minutes on the down. So when you go from interrupt off of that task, you lose the time that you're now in the interrupt task, and it takes you 20 minutes to ramp back up to your original task. So basically, 20 minutes to 40 minutes every time you're interrupted. You get 4 or 5 interruptions a day, you've shot an entire day just in cycle time. If it's not worth investing 2 hours in, then don't do it at all.
So there's just so many ways to make money. I mean, I could go on and on and on about the different ways to make money. It's, are you really ready to receive money?
You create your opportunities. And so nothing about what I've been through and what I became today had anything to do with chance. I just have come across a series of obstacles and opportunities that I've turned to work and found a way to work in my favor.
Right, I mean, affiliate marketing allows me to do exactly what I've done, tap into different industries, but just so much easier.
Well, the intimidation essentially comes from lack of knowledge. They don't know what they don't know, so it's absolutely crucial to get education.
Too many people sit on the sidelines in life and they cheer and root for the rich and the famous, and then by doing that they distance themselves. One thing a cheerleader does, a cheerleader never roots for themselves.
Well, the first thing is to understand that we are the masters and commanders of our own life. That's number one. And so we've got to stop playing the blame game, the shame game, and the guilt game.
You don't want to limit yourself by what you think is available, because it's all available. I love this program. I love what it's going to do.